Gaming Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to the weekly review special for week 14 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week I brought in 5,102 points, up from the 4,855 of a week ago. That is a new best round record. It is also the first time that I've ever topped 5,000. So big landmark, really happy about that one. Current virtual best also up to 5,286, up from last week's 5,192. The all-time virtual best also rising to 8,986, up a little bit from the 8,937 of a week ago. Breaking down the games individually, PCM 20 in the career mode, 684 points now. We've got our Tour de France victory in place. We also had the disappointing news, though, that we would not be able to re-sign Pavel Rodriguez. It was close. We were hoping for 60 to 70,000, and we could definitely afford that. We could squeeze out about 75,000. I think the final offer was 76 or 77,000. It looks like he would have taken probably 81 to 83,000 would have been enough, but we just didn't quite have enough for that. And so we've got a lot of talented riders coming in, young, good prospects, riders that are going to be capable already, but it's going to be a different team next season without him. In the Champions Series, we continue to just cruise along. Still in the Giro. We'll be finishing that up here soon. First ever Grand Tour, but 829 points. Definitely 1,000 points coming before the end of the season, and we'll cap it there. In the Women's Tour, 153 points, already halfway to our previous season mark. And I'm not sure we're going to top that 301. We had some dominance with our top two riders a season ago, even though we were only continental. We were just winning a lot or placing really well. We're still winning quite a bit without them. We have much more depth, and we're in better races overall. But I'm not sure if that's going to translate into a higher score, because of the loss of those two is a lot of points that we're just leaving on the table, even though we're still actually having a very good season. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close. We've got plenty of season left to go, though. In Zwift, added another 20 points, now at 295. Really good week on the fitness level, surprisingly, because it was not a good week on the calorie intake. I 3 glasses of wine and a beer and ate out a couple times with friends over the last week. Yeah, I made up for some of those numbers elsewhere, but overall it was still higher than my normal calorie intake, averaged about 50 cal per day more. So that score came down, but overall everything else was good, and down a couple more pounds after a nice lengthy ride here at the end of the week with a group ride, even though it wasn't exactly the hardest ride that I've done. It was definitely one of the longest rides that I've done, and that added up. That had its effect. In FM21, the perfect manager, we finished our second season, and it was a really good season. 104 points, exactly 25 higher. So I got the exact same total at the end of the season as I had a season ago. A season ago, that was enough to win the league, and somewhat comfortably. This season, there was just one team that was really good in Bury, and we easily beat out everybody else in the league, but we just could not match them. We beat them head-to-head late in the season to give us that chance, that shot at the promotion, but we slipped up a little bit here and there. We dropped points occasionally. We basically had the exact same team that we had from the previous season. A couple players out, a couple players in, but quality level, same. It wasn't enough. That one team was just too good, and there was no promotion playoffs. It was only a single promotion. So we're going to spend another year in the 9th tier, apparently. That's going to be. It allows us a chance to keep going after things and trying to grow. The downside, though, was based on the reputation of the team being semi-professional. Even though we're not paying base salaries, it's just bonuses for participating in games. It's so much so that all the money we made from the first season, we lost in the second season. And by not moving up, I do fear that we're going to continue to lose in the third season, and we're going to find ourselves taking on some debt to stay alive as a club, or bad things could happen as you go into the red. So we'll see how that one turns out as we continue on with our third season and second year in the 9th tier. We had a solid second place without a Bury around. I think next season we should be able to win that league comfortably. On the all-time virtual best side, no big changes other than that PCM 20 champions did score a little bit more, so it went from 780 to 829, but that was not enough to bridge the gap and get beyond 8th place. Still sitting in 8th. Things are a lot tighter in the top 7, and that 829 now is kind of comfortably in the middle between Rebel Inc. and U4. Outside looking in, Zwift added 20 points, but that also did not change its position. It's actually, you can see right directly what it's behind. Women's Tour is just 6 points back now. So next week you figure that's probably going to move ahead of it, as Women's Tour 150 points away isn't going to make up 150 points in a single episode. Yeah, you can expect Zwift's going to move up next week and take over second on the active list. Well, actually third on the active list, because PCM 20 Champions is active and at the top of that list. Not yet cracking the podium, Thomas Dvorak, 8,994 in that real-life Olympic decathlon score comparison. So we're just behind it now, only 8 points back. That's going to do it for this review special, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.